hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me? Hey.
This is George Carroll. I'm here with my good friends at Opta, and they have a really important message for you. Hey, my friend, it's George Carroll. Welcome to the 2015 fall semester of the Business School for Change Agents, and obviously I'm super excited to be here with you, even though it's just through this video. And no fluff, we're going to get right to it. I'm going to share a bunch of content with you on this video, so sit back, grab a pen and a piece of paper and take some notes. This is what we're going to cover. So I'm going to share the number one reason why most change agents fail in business. The second thing I'm going to share is the number one strategic model that you need to learn in order to book your one-on-one business solid. So if you're a coach, a therapist, counselor, practitioner, facilitator, healer, body worker, and you work with people one-on-one or in groups, you're going to want to pay attention. All of this is for you. The third thing that we're going to cover is the 3 reasons why learning to create content in your business is essential to the life of your business. It's essential. It's sort of the oxygen that your business needs to survive. The fourth thing we're going to cover is why chasing money is killing your business. So if you are chasing money, I'm going to share with you why that is just absolutely destroying your business. And the last thing we're going to cover is 3 eye-opening shifts happening in the change industry that you may want to pay attention to. Lots of changes happening, and over the course of this video, I'm going to do my best to add as much value as I can before I even invite you to sign up for Business School for Change Agents 2015 fall semester. So here we go.
Time now to visit with George Carroll, a man who bills himself as the homeless motivational speaker, and talk about his unique journey. George, thank you so much for being in here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dave.
The number one reason why most change agents fail in business is simply this. We get so passionate about our work. We get so connected to our work. We get so excited when, maybe we get, the downloads, if you will. We get the downloads to create a new product or program or service. And then we invite our friends, family, and people on social media to join our program. But we're so excited about it, right? And then all of a sudden we hear crickets. And as a result of hearing those crickets, we get discouraged. Maybe we get some response from sharing the content and sharing our new program, but for the most part, we hear crickets and it gets discouraging. And, we start to kind of make ourselves smaller, and we start to come up with reasons and stories of why we shouldn't even be in the change industry, why we shouldn't even step into being the game changers we came here to be. And all of a sudden, we get quiet. The thing that you need to know as a change agent is that people are paying attention for longer periods of time. We've all known those people who have come out with a new service or a new concept or a new idea, and I've been guilty of this myself. They'll come out with something new and they'll launch it, it'll fall on its face, and all of a sudden you never hear from that person again. People are watching more consistently, which means we as change agents, we have got to be more consistent with our messaging. We got to get clear on who our target audience is. We got to get clear on what our core messaging is, and we got to get clear on how we can create content that adds value, a tremendous amount of value to our target audience. So the biggest reason, the number one reason why most change agents fail in business is because there's an inconsistency with their messaging. And to take that a step behind it is because they don't know what their messaging is. And to even take that another step behind that is they don't know who their target audience is. Business School for Change Agents 2015 fall semester is designed to get you super clear on who your target audience is, what your core messaging is, and then how do you develop programs, products, services, and valuable content that fill the needs and solve the problems of your target audience. And the biggest misconception I see with people resisting choosing a target niche or a target audience with their business is because they think they're edging out everybody else. But that's not the case. The thing is, and you got to remember this, the thing is that you can have a niche, you can have a target audience, and it doesn't mean you can't serve other people who come to you. So for example, I have a coaching program called Optimum Performance and Productivity, and it's a productivity model for people who want to become more productive, get more done, create more in less time in their businesses. And it would be stupid of me to say to somebody who came to me and said, George, I heard you do some NLP work, can you help me overcome this limiting fear, or can you help me overcome this pattern? And if I said, nah, I'm qualified to do that, I can help you do that, but the truth is that I've got a niche here that I really got to focus on, so I can't work with you. That's not the case. People are going to come to you outside of your niche, but when you create your niche and you create your target audience, and they're what I call their desperations and their aspirations, which is what you're going to learn, part of what you're going to learn in the Business School of Change Agents. When you know how to develop content that meets their needs, adds value to their lives, and helps them solve their problems, a lot of other people are going to come to you and they're going to say, hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? And it doesn't mean you say no to these people. It just means you've got more of a clear channel. The thing with a great metaphor to keep in mind is, remember those old school dials that used to be in your car, used to turn, to hit a certain radio station in your radio? Well, when you are focused and niched and you know who your target audience is and you develop a business around that target audience, that's like having a clear channel. And when you turn the dial, you tap into that clear channel and you can hear the radio and the song loud and clear. But what most everybody else is doing in the change industry is that they're not niching, they're talking to everybody, and as a result of it, it's like their message goes unheard and it drowns in the rest of the noise that's out there. And what happens is when you niche and you focus and you develop a business around the target audience and the people that you love to serve, is that you step out of that noise between the channels on the radio and you become the clear channel so people can find you. The number one strategic model, and I love this part of it, because when I started growing my business, I started my business over 6 years ago, and to just kind of go back, my story growing up, I had dreams to play pro football. It got me a full ride scholarship to the University of Northern Colorado, and I was 95 yards short of breaking our school record for yards in a career. And then my senior year, during one of our last games, I ended up shattering my leg and ankle and also shattering my dreams of playing pro football. I fell into a really deep state of depression, graduated with a communication degree, had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, moved to Denver, Colorado, got into the corporate world, got even more depressed being a corporate manager, but I got a taste of what it was like to help people and develop people and help people progress in their careers and as individuals, and I got really hooked to that, but I hated having a boss. And so I fell into a deeper state of depression, and I found the world of personal development through the book Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins, and that book was sort of the catalyst that opened up the whole world of personal transformation for me. That was a decade ago, and along the path I created this new vision to become a motivational speaker, and over 6 years ago I started a speaking, training, and coaching business, and from there I've just been expanding, and now I'm international. I have international clients and customers all over the world. I get to travel all over the country and speak to large and small audiences. And how I initially grew my business was really fascinating. So first off, I didn't know what I was doing, and I remember getting my first paid client, and that was really exciting, but I was like, well, how do I really book solid my one-on-one practice? And so I started exploring different ways of doing that. I joined a program in Denver, Colorado from Joe Saba. I don't know if you know Joe Saba, but he's been in the industry for a long time, and he has this program, How to Speak for Fun and Profit. So I went to that seminar, half-day seminar, and I learned that Rotary clubs and Lions clubs and all of these other clubs have these meetings all the time, that they're always looking for new and fresh speakers. So I started booking myself for free at a lot of these talks, 30-minute talks. I developed a couple of what I call signature presentations, which is what you're going to learn in the Business School for Change Agents. And I started delivering these talks all over town. And then I began to realize, okay, I'm in front of these audiences all the time, but it's almost like a high and buy kind of thing. I'm not creating a way to stay engaged and stay connected. And so I developed this one sheet where on one side of the sheet I had all the different things that I was talking about during that talk. It was 7 steps to creating instant connections with anybody. And so I delivered that talk all over town and finally developed this one sheet. I had all the different concepts so that I can give that to them so they can follow me during the talk. And then on the bottom, I had a checklist that said, check this box If you know of another group that George can serve, another audience that George can go speak to, check this box. If you would like to hire George for a speaking engagement, check this box. If you would like a complimentary one-on-one exploratory session with George. And so I'd collect those after the talks. I would reach out to the people who were interested in me, and then those talks eventually leaded to another talk, and then those talks eventually leaded to another talk. I remember getting my first paid speaking engagement. The Colorado Association of Realtors hired me for $500 to come in for 45 minutes and talk about instant rapport, 7 steps to creating instant connection with anybody. And I got so jazzed. I was like, oh, this is cool. You're going to pay me to talk about stuff I just talk about anyway? You're going to pay me to talk? Cool. I talk all the time. I'll talk. You can pay me money to talk. So I got all excited, right? And then I recognized that the sheet that I created allowed me to connect with other audiences. And then I did a bunch of exploratory sessions with a lot of people who were interested in working with me one-on-one. And as a result of that, I booked my one-on-one business solid within 2 years of starting my business. And I got to the point where my calendar was booked solid. I couldn't take on any more clients. I was referring people out to other change agents that were also my friends. I remember finally leveraging and creating a group coaching program. And that's how I booked my one-on-one business solid. And then I stepped into another level of delivering online and virtual presentations, teleseminars and webinars, and doing my signature presentation, which is one of the things you're going to learn in the Business School for Change Agents, is how do you develop a signature presentation that adds value to your target audience and then get booked virtually all over the world. And so I started doing that, and as a result of that, just people started finding out about me and listening to the content, hiring me for one-on-one coaching and mentoring, joining my other programs. And so it all was like this ripple effect. But the number one strategic model that I'm going to teach you and you're going to learn in the Business School for Change Agents 2015 fall semester is you're going to grow your live and virtual speaking businesses, and you're going to drive those people into your one-on-one business, which is how you're going to get fully booked. So why is learning to create content so important to the life of your business? So think about creating content, valuable content like oxygen for your business. It's like the more content you create, the more your business can breathe and expand. And the more your business can breathe and expand, the more that your business can grow. The biggest reason why most change, 95% of all, online change agents or, people who are in the change industry will fall off the face of the earth is because they haven't developed the skill of creating content. So imagine, what would it be like for you to be able to just rattle off 3 steps to achieving this, or 3 steps to overcoming this, or 4 steps to overcoming this, and constantly adding that kind of value to your target audience. I mean, imagine you're pumping out content like crazy and people are eating it up. When we look at all the change agents who are thriving on our planet right now, the number one thing that they have all in common is that they're brilliant at creating content. We look at Brendon Burchard, we look at Access Consciousness, we look at Tony Robbins, we look at all of the Lisa Sasevich, James Malinchak, we look at what's his name, Jeff Walker. We look at all of these people who are killing it. The thing that they're doing constantly and consistently is creating valuable content for their target audience. And the reason why most people don't create content at all is because they don't know who their target audience is. So in the Business School for Change Agents, you're going to get really clear on who your target audience is, so you know what to say to them. If we don't know who our target audience is, we won't know how to create content because it's not directed. I mean, imagine you and I are in a conversation, and then all of a sudden somebody else joins us, and all of a sudden somebody else joins us, all of a sudden, and you got a bunch of people talking to you all at once. It becomes this loud and confusing place. But when I ask everybody else to leave, and you start to know me intimately, my problems, my challenges, my desperations, my aspirations, you get to know me personally, you fall in love with my world, and then you start to develop messaging, content, programs, products, and services that add value to my world and fill my needs and solve my problems. Boom, I'm all yours. And that's what Business School for Change Agents will help you do. But you gotta learn the skill. You gotta build, it's a muscle. You gotta build the muscle in developing content. And the more you're able to develop content and deliver it through mediums like video, deliver it through mediums like social media, deliver it through mediums like radio shows, deliver it through mediums like blogs, and all the valuable ways that you can add content into the world, get it in front of your target audience, the more people are going to start paying attention to you. Because remember, we talked about the lack of consistency is one of the biggest reasons why change agents fail. Being able to add and develop content, valuable content, and spew it out into the world in front of your target audience consistently, people start paying attention. Like, whoa, this person's got some great content. They got some great information. I'm going to pay attention to what they're doing. I'm going to join their email list, and maybe even over time, heck, I'm going to sign up for one of their programs. But it's a marathon, and it's not a sprint. So the key is you got to remember that it's a long-term game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So pace yourself and learn that when you develop consistent, valuable content to your target audience, over the course of time, that starts to grow in the minds of your target audience, and eventually that's when they sign up for your programs. I've had people sign up for my programs that were watching me and paying attention to me, and they're on my email list for 2 or 3 years before they finally say, okay, George, all right, I see what you're creating here. I'm signing up. And so same thing with Business School for Change Agents. I've had multiple people already sign up, and one of the women who have signed up, she said, George, I've been watching you for a few years now. I've seen your business up and down. I've seen it grow and explode. And really, I know that you walk your talk, and that you don't just offer information based on a book you read, but you walk your talk and you teach what you've experienced. And so that's why I signed up for your program. I'm going to tell you straight up why chasing money is killing your business. When we get so tunnel vision and so focused on chasing the money, we forget. We totally become blind to the very reason why we're in business, which is to add value to the people that we serve. One of my favorite speakers and mentors and authors, Bob Burg, says that money is an echo of value. Money is an echo of value. And so when we deliver consistent value by developing great content consistently over time and adding value to our target audience, the natural echo of income is going to expand. But when we're so focused on money, we're so focused on the effect, we forget that the cause of business is adding value. The effect of adding value is more income. So we got to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm done chasing the money. How can I build a business that adds value to my target audience and allow the income to take care of itself?
Hey friends, it's George Ira Carroll, and I'm here with an amazing group of people called Lawyers with Purpose, and they have a message for you.
Your story matters. Now go tell it.
Peekaboo! Peekaboo! Here are 3 eye-opening shifts happening in the change industry that you may want to pay attention to. It's changing. The change industry is changing, ironically, and as a result of the years and years and years of people like you, people like me coming into the industry, it's become now a very loud and crowded industry. This is a good thing because the world is changing. People are waking up to their own greatness, and as a result of that awakening, they're starting to recognize that there's shit in the way, that there's limiting patterns in the way, that there are certain fears that are in the way that are stopping them. Most people don't have the skill set to go inside and shift it and change. That's why the business of being a change agent is exploding right now. So if you're in the change industry, just know that there's never been a more exciting time to be a change agent. There has never been more people asking for transformation, growth, and expansion ever before on our planet. Now is the time to be a change agent. And the 3 eye-opening things are, number 1, it's loud up in here. It is loud. People are saying this, 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 people are saying this. It's a loud-ass industry right now. And as a result of the loudness that's taking place, if we're not developing information, content, and value consistently, we're just going to drown in the noise, right? People aren't going to be able to hear us. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me? Hey. And as a result of that, we got to turn up the volume on us. Not only do we have to turn up the volume on us, but we have to connect with the target audience and develop our business around them that allows them to meet their needs, that allows their problems to be solved, that allows us to add value to their worlds. So number 1 eye-opener is this is a loud industry right now. No, I don't think that's a secret. It's a loud industry, but it doesn't mean you don't have a voice. You can step in, you can get a target audience, create core messaging, and then create content, programs, products, and services that fill the needs of your target audience. That's the whole reason why we're in business, man. So when you come from that place, instead of chasing the money or getting blindsided or being inconsistent or being non-committed, non-committal to your business, that's when you turn the volume up on you and people start paying attention. They're like, oh man, there's this woman over here. I like this woman over here. I'm gonna watch her and sign up for an email list. Oh, I like this girl's content here. I like it. Let me sign up for a program here. I'm gonna swipe my credit card here. Boom. Oh, okay. Oh, she's good. And when we develop a business from that place, people watch us, and then over the course of time, they sign up. It's kind of like dating. You don't necessarily go on the first date hoping to get married the next day. Has it happened? Probably somewhere, but that's not ideal, right? We want to develop and build a relationship and eventually court them in a way that they want to have more and build more with us. And so think of it that way. The second eye-opening thing is that as a result of the loudness, it's become a very skeptical market. People have their arms crossed and, they're watching skeptically, and, they're not purchasing as much as they used to because of the fact that it's become very loud. And this is not a bad thing. This is actually a good thing because it is going to invite and force us change agents to develop content more valuable than we ever have before, to come up with unique ways to serve our target audience so that we can go beyond the skepticism. And eventually, you uncross your arms, and all of a sudden you're really starting to listening because this person has been consistent in their messaging. People have been talking about them and their work and how they've impacted their lives, and all of a sudden you're leaning in to be like, okay, all right, I'm ready with this person. So the second eye-opening thing is people have become skeptical, which challenges you and me and all of us as change agents to come up with and create really valuable content in a way that uncrosses people's arms and gets them to lean in to what you have to offer. And the third eye-opening shift happening in the change industry right now, people are excited. More than ever, people are excited to find programs that add real value to their lives. So no matter what industry you're in, if you are in the healing arts industry, if you are in the nutrition or the fitness industry, or you're in a relationship coaching, whatever it is that you're doing, just know that people are excited. People know that it is a time of awakening and we can't avoid it. We cannot avoid it anymore. And you, my friend, the change agent, the brilliant change agent that you are, have the tools, have the training, have the experience that these people are looking for. So more than anything, the third eye-opening shift happening is like people are waking up and they're excited to lean in and purchase whatever it is that you have to offer, as long as you're creating consistent value into their world. First, you got to get clear on who that target audience is. Once you know who they are, then boom, you get clear on your messaging, and then you get clear on how to create content. You build that muscle, you build that skill, add value over time, and then boom, people are signing up for your programs. Even this video right here is designed to do two things. It's designed to add a lot of value to your world and to your business, and it's designed to open up an invitation for you to sign up for the Business School for Change Agents 2015 fall semester. And so there's a dual thing happening here. I'm adding value and I'm inviting you, and that's the shift that we have to make as change agents, is that we got to get away from like just pitching and selling all the time, and we got to really infuse value in our invitations, in our marketing, and that's a huge shift that many of us are making. And when you look at the game changers of the world, that's what they've been doing this whole time, is they've been marketing, yes, but adding tremendous amounts of value to the people that they serve. I hope that you'll consider joining Business School for Change Agents 2015 fall semester booked solid. As just an overview, what we're going to do is we're going to help you get clear on who your target audience is. We're going to develop your one-on-one business model, the processes, the systems, the messaging, the content, and the programs, products, and services, so that when you then step into creating your signature presentation or a couple of signature presentations, and you start to get booked in front of live audiences, you start to get booked in front of a bunch of virtual audiences, You have then developed your signature presentation to inspire, inform, and influence, and all of a sudden now have, and we're going to design all this, and you now have people signed up for your exploratory sessions. We're going to teach you how to run those exploratory sessions in a very influential way, in a way that moves potential clients into becoming paying clients. But before we do all of that, we're going to create your unique process of transformation so that you're excited about the process that you're going to take your clients through. Because if you're not excited about helping people change and you're not confident about the process that you're going to help people move through, then you're actually going to repel clients. So we're going to help develop your unique transformation process so you get excited about moving people into it and receiving money as a result of that. And then, rinse and repeat. Get booked on live and online presentations, move people into your one-on-one business, and eventually you'll be booked solid. There's this woman over here. I like this woman over here. I'm gonna watch her and sign up for her email list. Oh, I like this girl's content here. I like it. Let me sign up for a program here. I'm gonna swipe my credit card here. Boom. Oh, okay. Oh, she's good.